All right, let's get smarter. Pay attention to this. Why most small businesses do not make profits. And to start with, I'm Absolute, a chartered accountant who break down money and business strategies in a way anybody can understand. And most small businesses do not make profits because of bad products. If you own a business or if you thought about opening a business like salon, restaurants, laundry shops, or even supermarkets, please listen to this. Your price is not supposed to be based on what your competitors are charging. Like example, if you want to start a business, you now go to you send a friend or you even send like one of your employee to go check what these people are charging in their shop. Like if you want to start a restaurant, like a fried rice business, that's a fast food business. You want to analyze the market, like okay, if these people are charging this, then I have to charge this. No, your price shouldn't be based on that. Your price should be based on three things. One, your price should be based on your cost. Two, your price should be based on your margin. And three, your price should be based on your customer psychology. These are three things your price should be based on. When you grab these three things, your business will start to make profits than you ever imagined. So let's jump into it. One, I said your price should be based on what? Your cost. Two, your price should be based on what? Your margin. And three, your price should be based on your customer psychology. So to start with, one, your cost. And this may include raw materials, labor, utilities, rent, packaging, delivery, and even taxes and levies. And the most interesting part is that this is where nobody tells you. Most businesses focus on the first two, that's raw materials and labor, and they ignore the other ones, talking about your utilities, rent, delivery, packaging, and all. And this is how it works. Let's say you are running a business. You are running a fruit business, like you sell fruits. Or let's put like you are dealing in a restaurant business. So this is how a restaurant business is run. They go in for the raw materials. They have employees. They pay their employees to come up to dish the food. So this is how it runs. When a restaurant sets up, when it is going for the raw materials, talking about maybe a fast food restaurant, it's going for the rice, the ingredient to prepare the dish. That cost of transportation should be factored into the cost. That's the amount at which they are going to sell the food. You get me? And talking about the rent, the building itself, the restaurant is operating in, should also be factored into the cost. Talking about utilities, talking about water, electricity bill, all should be factored into the cost. Talking about delivery, if a customer wants delivery, the means at which the food is delivered to the customer should be factored into the amount, or quote in quotes, the cost of the food. Yes, so that's how cost is factored in pricing. So I said it should be based on three things. One, your cost. Two, your margin. And three, your customer psychology. So I've talked about cost. Let's dive into the second one. Two, your margin. This is your profit. And here is the key. Margin is not greed. Margin is survival. Because without margin, you can't invest in your business. Without margin, you can't pay your staff properly. Without margin, you can't grow. Please understand this. Without margin, nothing works. So let me give you this example. Compare, like relating it to the restaurant business. You go buy your raw materials, you factor in your labor, your everything, you factor in your labor, your utilities, the fast food, talking in Ghana cedis, my fast food is going to cost me 50 cedis. And you as the business owner, you sit back and what? If I go incur all this costs, all this stuff, talking about my labor, my rent, I incur all the costs into the pricing methodology. And now here we are talking about margin. So margin will be like, from your perspective or from the like fast food business, let me add this cost to it. Let me add, let's say 10 Ghana cedis. So with 10 Ghana cedis, now your fast food will cost 60 cedis instead of 50 cedis. And margin is the oxygen for the business. Please understand this. You can't just set your cost as your price. Like after incurring the everything, your business is going to collapse if you don't incur margin into your price factoring. Your business is going to collapse. So please understand this. Margin is the oxygen to run the business, because margin is going to aid you invest in the business. Margin is going to aid you pay your employees well. Margin is going to help your business grow. Simply as that. So let's talk about 3. Your customer psychology. Your customer psychology. This is where many people do not understand in like the business game. Many people or many small business owners do not understand this customer psychology in the business game. And when you understand this, it changes everything. Let's take it this way. In Ghana, cold water sells fast than warm water. When you go stand in the traffic, if you like test this, or you've been observant. You've been observant. When someone is in the traffic and the person wants to taking water, the person demands for cold water. If you go sell warm water or hot water in the traffic, no one is going to buy. So that's customer psychology. So get this. The next one is, or the second one is, hair done by a popular stylist sells higher than hair done by a random stylist. And what do I mean by that? When someone someone via the internet, you feel like this person is showing the work, like this person is doing something, is putting the work. It shows before and after of the hair he or she has braided. So this person becomes more popular in the industry than just a random stylist down the street also braiding hair. So what? Make your business popular through social media. You can simply do this through social media. When you are dealing with a fast food business, you post your meals. This is how the meal is being prepared. This is how the meal is served to customers. Just post your activity or whatever you are selling. And the third one is talking about Ghanaian base. Please give me Ghanaian base, or I can put it in a city. A Ghanaian base, a kenke sold in East Legon costs higher than a kenke sold in Circle. So you can't position like the same cost of kenke sold in Circle. You can't factor the same cost as the kenke sold at East Legon. By all means, East Legon is a residential area. So let's deal with a fast food joint. We're still on the fast food, the restaurant business. When you are setting up your business in East Legon, your cost should be higher than the cost as compared to the same fast food joint being sold at Circle or let's say Kaswa. Because East Legon is what a residential area. That's customer psychology. When a customer comes to East Legon and he sees that, oh okay, the cost of fast food here is 20 cedis, the person will be like, bro, like it doesn't make sense. And this is the key. We have a restaurant, a fast food joint called Ejanipa at East Legon. The way they dish the food and even everything is on point, and the food costs about around 80 cedis. But when you go to Circle, the same fast food, food, you can get it for 40 cedis. So that's customer psychology. I've given you 3 things. A sachet water sold in a traffic should be cold, because the customers have passed through stress, so they want some cold water to cool down their temperature. And hair done by a popular stylist sells higher than hair done by a random stylist. And the last one is a kinky or fast food being sold at East Legon should cost more than or sells faster than a fast food being sold at Circle. So with all this being said, pricing as a business owner, your pricing must align with what? Your perception, not just calculation. When you take East Legon, just go with the perception East Legon people or individuals have. When you are watching me from a foreign country, go with the perception. Your pricing, your perception, or individuals' perception in the cities is different from individuals' perceptions in the village or the towns. So your pricing should go in alignment with perception, not only calculation. Please and please get that. And if you've watched my video up to this point, please, if you've not subscribed, please kindly do me a favor to subscribe to the channel and please like the video. So yeah, let's get back to the topic. And to conclude with, let me give you an example to make this real. Let's say you run a laundry business. Your cost per shirt or your price per shirt should factor or should take into account three things, like I said earlier on. 1, your cost. 2, your margin. 3, your customer philosophy. So talking about cost when running a laundry business, what do I mean by that? Let's say your cost should factor into what? Your detergent. By means, you are running a laundry business. You are going to use water, detergent. You are going to incur utilities. Talking about electricity bill, other bills. You are also going to incur rent. You are going to pay for all this thing. So your cost per shirt should factor these factors into your price. Like your cost per shirt should factor these factors I just mentioned. You get? So that's the number one thing, your cost. So how are you going to get that? Let me give you examples in terms of numbers. Let's say your detergent is cost you 1 cedi. Your rent costs you around, let's say 1 cedi. This is just an assumption. Your utility, talking about your electricity bill, also costs you 1 Ghana cedis. Your packaging costs you 1 Ghana cedis. So let's take these 4 things into account. Go into account for our cost. So in total, bearing this cost is going to cost you 4 Ghana cedis, 4 cedis. Talking in Ghana cedis, let's say 4 cedis. So what you are going to do is that after factoring this into it, your cost of everything, your detergent, your water, everything, 4 Ghana cedis. So your total cost is going to be 4 Ghana cedis. And what you are going to do next is that you are going to add a reasonable margin. You are going to add what? A reasonable margin. So your total cost is going to be 4 Ghana cedis. And to calculate, you are calculating your price. So what you are going to do is that if it is 4 cedi, you are going to add at least 1 cedi 50 pesos as your margin. So your total cost is going to be 4 Ghana cedis. And what you are going to do next is that you are going to add a reasonable margin. You are going to add what? A reasonable margin. So let's say your total cost is 4 Ghana cedis. You just perceive, depending on the industry, everything, how things are going on. So your margin, you are going to add, let's say 1 Ghana cedi, 1 cedi is 50 pesos. And this one is usually based on the business owner. It's usually based on the entrepreneur. It's done based on the entrepreneur's perception. The margin is not something rigid. So you can add 2 cedis to your cost, or 1 Ghana cedi 50 pesos, depending on the country you are living in. And the next thing, the third thing is what? Your customer psychology. Your customer psychology. So the cost per set, like using a laundry business in general, the price per shirt charged by East Legon, like a laundry in the city, is automatically different from the price per shirt of a laundry business situated in the village. That's the customer psychology. The customer is like, I'm an industrial environment, but almost things are expensive here. So what? Your customer psychology are going to add something pertaining to your customer psychology. So let's say your laundry business is situated in a city or an industrial location or in an industrial area. By all means, the customer perception will be that, okay, with this place, things are expensive. So you as the entrepreneur or you as the business owner, you are going to what? Base the customer psychology in your price. You are going to factor in the customer psychology in your price. So as I was saying, the cost was 4 Ghana cedis. The margin was 1 cedi 50 pesos, making it 5 cedi 50 pesos. And based on your customer psychology, you are going to add, let's say, 2 cedi. So the price per shirt, will cost, 6 cedi 50 pesos. If I'm doing a calculation right, this is just an assumption. This is an example for you to understand based on these 3 factors: your cost, your margin, and your customer psychology. And the most interesting part is that businesses that do not factor in the third part, your customer psychology, they tend to leave money on the table. they tend to leave money on the table. And the businesses that do not factor in the first one, talking about your cost and your margin, these businesses collapse. They collapse. So this is the understanding why most small businesses do not make profit. When you grab these three things, I promise you, you are going to flourish in the industry no matter where you are. If you are in any continent, you are going to flourish in the industry. If you are in any region, you are going to flourish in the industry. You are going to make profit. So remember these three things: your costs, your margin, and your customer psychology. This is going to aid you make profit in your business. My name is Absolute. And to say, if you watch this video and you find any value or any benefits, you've obtained value benefits from this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll drop another video next time. Please stay tuned. And my name is Absolute. I want you to win. Go there and make profits in your business. Thank you. Peace out.